somewhere in space. This may all be happening right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm that Nimrod. Welcome to another Starfinder RPG session in a campaign we like to call ZETA'S Angels, aka GAYS in space. Okay, last time on GAYS in Space, ZETA'S Angels, we went to the town of Sunshine, ate some crab, and tried to infiltrate a base where we could steal some information. Things got interesting. Things got heated. And we may have screwed the pooch on this one. Who knows? Let's find out. Let's tune in right now.
Reason why.
Okay, we're on, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everyone.
I may have forgotten a lot of what happened last time. If you want to do a brief.
Well, that's fine. When we last left off, y'all went to Spubba Gumps. We all went.
I thought it was called Stella's.
It was Stella's.
It was Stella's. It's Space Bubba Gumps. Let's be fucking real with ourselves, okay? Y'all ordered enough food to feed a goddamn army.
We still have a cooler full of fish.
Yes,
and appetizers.
You have a Stella labeled cooler that, by the way, I am retconning to have crab legs to walk around.
Oh, perfect.
This thing is just going to tick across the fucking
so we don't have to hire porters. It just walks over to our dinghy.
Yes, it just walks over to the dinghy. Yes, sir. Can I help you? He is hungry.
Oh,
who is hungry?
I thought you were asking one of us.
Yeah,
no.
Like,
my cat is doing that thing where he sits in front of his bowl and he looks all prim and proper, and his neck like cranes back 180 degrees so he can look at me and just screams.
Am I dressed correctly to eat, sir?
It's like, please, sir, I would need some more. But no, anywho, you guys ended up going to a restaurant for a bit of world building before trying to steal the passenger manifest, the passenger and cargo manifests of a bunch of ships inside of the Briggsco docks on the town of Sunshine on the planet of Hollis. And you succeeded in doing that while also setting off a bunch of Michael, what exactly did you do in there? Did you set something off, or did Jack set it off because you hinted that you should set something off?
Oh, I remember that part.
We're being honest, but
he implied that there was a gas leak, and then Hops actually set up that there was an alert for a gas leak while he was trying to hack everything else.
That is true.
And then he got everyone to leave and like sequestered himself in the back where the gas leak should have been, but they're both in different places in the back and they've emptied the place out. And I'm like around the corner waiting to set off a holographic image to like cover us if we need it.
Which was not needed and everything. Y'all got what you were looking for. Y'all got what you needed to do. So that's good. With that being said, I do, when we last left off, Captain Thaddeus was hanging around back with Jack, or with Hops, and he proceeded to just kind
he's alone and can put the moves on him.
Oh no!
Can mac on the captain.
You and the captain make it happen.
Mackin and the captain.
Are you ready
why is it
Red Rocket?
It's oh god, oh no! This just raises even further questions.
no more.
We are not talking about furry anatomy right now. I'm too tired.
I'm not gonna lie. We need to be at least 30 minutes into the stream before we can talk about that. Okay.
I'll set a timer.
Like, yes, please set a timer. Come on back
Siri,
to
set
that.
a timer for 30 minutes.
Hold
Well
up,
done.
Jack. I need you
I
to
am-
text me before anything.
The moment that this is over. The moment.
So with that in mind, what we are going to do is we are going to go over the details of the cargo manifestation that you found. And Jack, you download it to your personal computer, PDA, whatever, and you send it over to Captain Thaddeus since he knows what is needing to be looking for. And y'all find a way to get away from the from the building you were all kind of sneaking around in.
I exhausted all of the safe for work wolf Star Wolf
Stop
fan
it.
art. So
Anyway,
just pick
stop
a
it.
different one to put in the thumbnail for this one.
Stop it.
I posted plenty.
You've posted absolutely plenty. What I need hey Michael, I need a roll from you. I need just give me a straight up charisma check. I want this is not, and I'll tell you what it's for after you roll it. Just a straight up charisma check.
All right, give me just 1 second. I'm launching.
No, do your thing.
Right now.
Do your thing.
Hey, I am in the proper one this time as well. So you will
Roll
see
20
this roll. Straight up charisma.
Yeah, just straight up charisma. Just give me a straight up charisma. I'm logging into.
Yeah, that's a 6.
It's a
Let's
6.
take it,
Okay.
baby.
Okay. So, what I am going to say to that then is the campaign is Star Shooter. That's right. It's been a while since I've logged in. We launched the game. Cool. And I see the roll. Oh, okay. Okay. So the 6 is, it's not important. It's just a matter of, oh god, my eyes, fuck. Sorry, I logged into the Roll20 page and I saw the artwork on the back and I just
there?
like, it's still there. It's still
Did you
there.
forget that existed?
And
Did you forget to make a new page?
I forgot that the Illuminati's logo fucking existed. Just like, fuck. God, it's so.
General Miku is my
It's
favorite.
the General Hatsune. You are a bold one. God, I hate.
It's over, Anakin! I have Sakai ground!
I love it regardless. It's
I'm
fine.
gonna kick all of your asses.
Jack and our other fucking campaign, the artwork is honest to God one of the best parts about it, and this is
I
no
love
different.
Mora so much.
That being said, the 6. So with the 6 for Tom, obviously when this happens, I feel like with a 6.
Just ask me to make charisma rolls. I have no idea like what the situation is.
Oh yeah,
like,
no.
I think charismatic with no idea going into this. Come on, give me
And the
something
fact
to
that you
work
rolled a
with.
6 is even better because you have no idea. Because you come out and you're not in any danger. You know that. But there are already people kind of asking you what happened. Some of them are officials and others are even news outlets, like reporters are already interviewing you. Like they were somehow on the spot instantaneously when this alarm went off. And with the 6, you're not in any way, shape, or form in trouble. You just like you have a hard time speaking and making sentences, which I like to imagine that there's a reporter. You know those kind of reporters who are very heavily leading the conversation in a direction that they want to go in, and they don't really give the person they're interviewing a chance to talk. I feel like that's what happened with you. You were never given a full chance to fully answer any
They
questions.
were basically telling him the story, and he's like,
renegade
yep.
response and just punch her in the face.
Do you want to roll for a punch? Do you want to fucking roll for a punch?
I'm sick of her disingenuous assertions here.
Oh
Fake
no!
news!
Fucking just fucking like if you want to throw a punch.
We're off by a day, but happy N7 day, guys. Like, we're getting a Mass Effect re-release, and
Yes, we are. We are getting a re-release and a new game.
I forgot that this Tom also doesn't have the proficiency in unarmed strike, so give me a second. Should I just roll strength?
Do whatever. If you want to roll just a straight up strength check, actually whichever's higher, strength or dex, because
Well, Well, it was Dex, but I'm gonna
Well,
say
no-
that it doesn't matter. I was taken.
No, go ahead and roll me a dex check and see if that's any higher. I'll since you already rolled a strength check before I could give you the rule change, I
He's
will give
Mills laning it. He'll allow it.
basically.
You know what? You're right.
Boom!
You're right. I'll
Holy
take it.
shit!
Oh,
Boom!
baby.
So you are standing. Okay, so you're standing, and there's like a human female just right in front of you, and she is interviewing you, and very obviously with an agenda leading you down a path that you're not a fan of when it comes to this conversation. She's kind of involving you in what seems to be a personal vendetta against a local company that is not Briggs Co., and you don't feel comfortable with this. If it was Briggs Co., obviously you would have been more than happy to talk shit. But she is actively leading the conversation in the wrong direction. How do you floor this woman?
Can I make a suggestion?
Wait,
Since it's Dex,
that is like, I
since you did it with Dex, I'm gonna say you should do that thing where you hook one foot behind her leg and then push her.
But I want with Michael. Michael, how do
you wanna-
you want to take out this
do you
woman?
have like a microphone or something?
Yes,
or,
she
like,
does.
camera on her?
Bringing the microphone in between you and her.
I'm going to grab the microphone from her and just speak directly into it.
Okay.
Transright.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
And with
Let
that,
me leave.
and you immediately with a dex check, with that dex check of 20, you don't hit her, you don't take her out, you just deftly take that microphone out of her hand, just it's gone. Like she goes in to put it in front of your face, and on the way back to her mouth, you just like flawlessly slip it out of her hand, twirl it in yours, and just say, "I have no fucking clue what you're talking about." Like almost deep throating the mic and to try and not get her to not.
It's buzzy. There's feedback everywhere.
Can we get some
I
live
just-
foley of that?
The brain is like, I'm sorry, lady. I can't expect you to ask me about the little things that go on in this tiny town that I've never been exposed to until now. And sorry, but my brain is like, get out, get out, get out.
Okay, so you leave, and after that, she's taken aback. But after that, she doesn't know how to respond. She doesn't know how to go out of her way to be like, And with that moment, you just walk away, and she doesn't bother following you, and you've officially worked your way out of an awkward interview. So good job.
I am running at a decent.
Oh, you're
pace.
wrong. That's even better. That's even better because you just
Something
grab.
more
You grab
than
Camera pans to
something
you.
more than power walking, but not quite jogging away.
You guys, it's like that. It's like the guy who was behind the oh god, it was like the guy in Nevada who was screaming about Biden, and he just walks away after he's done screaming, and that's kind of how I'm imagining Tom right now. He just speaks loudly and firmly, and then just quickly power walks, his arms swinging back and forth. Oh,
Not walking
God.
back and forth though. I am leaving. Where is the ship?
Well done, everybody. The dinghy's on the other side of town, right?
No, yes, it is. But here's the deal, Michael. When you're
cargo manifest. Sorry,
Michael, you are the last person to get away from the building as the actual Briggs Co. officials begin showing up, and you get out just in time. To which you turn around and watch the woman who was interviewing you immediately start using the other tactics on the Briggs Co. soldiers, who are having none of it and just kind of shove her aside. Seems like this is the only way she actually knows how to report. Regardless, you are power walking away, and when you get to a specific point, someone kind of grabs you by the back of the collar and yanks you into the side of an alleyway, and you are now standing in the same vicinity as Thaddeus, Hops, and everybody else. So you were the last one to kind of get back here, and Thaddeus looks at you and goes, "Reporters, right?"
Oh God, I swear this has never happened to me before.
Jack, you literally. I want to hear. Okay, Michael, I want you to repeat that because Jack,
Just noise.
in an inappropriately. It's funnier that Jack was twice as loud as you were with that shitty sound effect. But I would like to hear what Michael actually said.
Go full Seinfeld next time.
So-
Solid baseline.
Okay, so go ahead, Michael. How did you
Oh,
respond?
Yeah, no, I said I don't know. That has never happened to me. Just reporters, no. Not a
Awfully
Where are
weird. Weird that a man of your charismatic stature is so easily flustered by a woman with a microphone.
believe me, it's not the first time. Wait,
Baby, I hear
The
the blues
reporter's
are
a different
calling,
thing.
toss salads and
Okay,
scrambled eggs.
Jack, will you do that? Will you reference one more fucking shitty sitcom? I'm going to ask Rob to mute you.
I let him finish his sentence, and someone requested Frasier. You're welcome.
Technically, you are correct. Anyway,
I do
But
love
now-
though
Cargo
the
manifest.
idea.
What did we get on there, guys?
Never mind.
Sorry,
Are you good?
just
No,
I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, no. Thaddeus looks at you and goes, "It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's fine. You didn't give him a name, did you?"
I gave them an alias.
And a singular wolf furry eyebrow raises as you say that.
You could just
Yeah,
say wolf
plenty
eyebrow.
of
Now
them.
you're rubbing it in.
And
A
he
lupine eyebrow.
lets out a laugh before he lets out a laugh before he kind of like he takes one of his paws and he straightens out the part of your jacket that he grabbed and pats you on the back.
Flush.
Aww.
And he immediately holds his hand out in front of Hops, and Hops, you can tell that he's asking for the information that you just stole.
I pull it out of my cheek pouch and give it to him.
God fucking damn it! Just
You know what? I don't even do that. I just reach over I just
Blah.
lean over and just go blat into his hand.
and like he's now and
That's
he
the opposite of
Like
cubes.
dirty.
cute.
Dude. You're gonna have to scroll up and show that on stream so people
Yeah,
know what the
if
fuck we're
you're
talking
not
about.
already.
Okay, I'll pull it up.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
have it
pull
from the
that.
Facebook Messenger.
You can't show you can't. Every single one of us can't quote Q without you showing exactly what it is.
I cast Speak with
Update. The
Animal.
chameleon's name is Stella.
Oh!
It's serendipity.
Wait. A Vesk owned Stella's, and Vesk are lizard people. Can we say that Vesk looked kind of like a chameleon?
I'd say that coloring, yeah, canon, go for it. I'm
Sure.
I'm hijacking this canon, Alex. This little part is mine now. Hello?
I am Dream Crusher. I have the information you seek on the 9 hells, but I can only be paid in one way only. Cubes. You mean
Yes.
like cubes?
I'm so glad. You know what? I am actually really happy that is the one thing that you guys genuinely, because I've shared so many memes that have just disappeared into the ether, and that's just what happens when you're in a shit posting group.
Hey,
And
if
then
it
I
makes me laugh, I click on the laughing thing, you know?
I click the laugh box.
Listen, if I can't communicate with my words, I can communicate with little faces that pretend that I have emotions.
I am going. So, Michael, real quick,
Yes, hello.
due to your handling of the whole situation, I am, as I've established before, I am just kind of going out of my way to break this game's legs and make it fit what I want it to be. I am going to start implementing a form of inspiration in this game as well, because I actually really like that version from 5th edition. Consider yourself inspired. The next time you need to roll any skill check whatsoever, and anytime you want to roll a skill check, you are more than welcome to re-roll with inspiration if it is not good enough. But you must take the second result. Is that fair?
It's more than fair. I will definitely take that.
Cool, awesome. I don't know if you want to mark that down on your sheet anywhere, but I also feel like everyone in the chat will remind you if you end up rolling a shitty roll again.
Another,
Why does that remind me
3
of
for my
blackjack?
charisma roll on that. Come on, I'm usually good with those.
Now,
Yeah,
are we talking
true.
about
You did roll
Blackjack,
that
the
20.
manga character?
Oh my god, you guys. No, so the kicker with everything is that you guys were so you all ended up making it out of this pretty well. You all ended up doing everything that you needed to do in terms of getting the information. And you guys head back to the dinghy. The crab cooler is waiting for you there. It is worked its way around a couple times. All of your food is still, good to eat and everything. And
I
it takes a
assume
while.
since this cooler has legs and everything, it actually has an energy source and is actively keeping things cool without us having to add ice or anything.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's basically like that kind of Yeti cooler that you plug into the AC. You plug into the power source of your car, and it keeps everything cool and all that.
That's pretty fucking wicked.
Probably one of the most aggressively interesting purchases my mother has ever made. But we do what we can.
I can't wait until we have to stuff the Asoki in this thing.
Oh my
The
god!
what?
The rat.
Right now?
Muslagi will
what?
say this out loud.
Are you saying I should do that right now?
Wait, yeah,
what?
yeah, totally. Grab
No.
him. Make a fucking grapple check.
I will make a check against you.
I will aid Hops not being put in here.
I will aid Hops being put in
If we are
there.
doing this, go to roll 20 right now. If we are doing this, go to roll 20.
Is that an acrobatics check?
It is going to be a grapple check, or actually, I think it's a
What the fuck is
combat
that?
maneuver. It's a combat maneuver for Certosum.
This game sucks. What do I roll?
Jack, you are going to roll an acrobatics check to counter his combat maneuver. What did
How do I
Jack
roll the?
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Here's the deal. So your combat maneuver was a 20, Certosum. So Jack barely gets away. Like, I like to imagine.
Even with me helping?
No, yeah. You know how when like you pick up a cat who doesn't want to be picked up, like for maybe 2 seconds they
then
don't
they
know
just
how
go
to
liquid?
process it, and then no, they don't go liquid. They just start flailing, like they go like that's exactly what happened with Hops when you pick him up. Like for 2 seconds, he's like, oh, what? And then he just
fucking trains.
and then Hops just starts flailing like crazy, and it's hard to hold on to.
Just like your
get the
boy,
butt
who is
scar.
extremely good at that.
Space
Believe me,
train.
it's not fun to be in a cooler. Get him out.
If you do that again, I will bite you.
We just wanted to see if you would fit. It's okay. Everyone's
I mean,
fine.
Look, hey,
It's
if you know this
technology,
about,
though, right?
you should know this about cats. You should know this about rats. If there's a box and you leave it on the floor, we might get in the box. You cannot force us to sit in the box.
I suppose forcing is just leaving the box open then.
I'm just gonna open the cooler and just stare at Hops.
Open it up, and as
You ruined it for me. Now it feels like it's expected. This is not charming at all. I'm done.
Anyway, you guys end up having to kill a bit of time as Thaddeus is doing his own thing, decrypting all of the as he is decrypting all of the information, and he who's good at computers here other than is
Me.
yeah,
the one that's a living computer.
that's right.
I mean,
yeah,
I am
I'm
an android technomancer, so yeah. I can
Yeah,
make it talk to me if I get high enough level.
Nah, I mean, it's really just like a PDF and everything.
No, but just for the record, you guys, there is apparently a spell in here that like literally turns anything into Alexa, apparently.
It's
I
Okay.
hate it.
No, I don't.
Okay, cool. So
Do you prefer Siri?
No, Kokomo, I need a computer check from you.
Okay.
Tom, I will need from you a perception check. And anyone else who wants to roll a perception check as well. I think he had the highest perception. But
I can give you,
I'm dumb as
I
shit,
can
but
give you a
let's
perception.
go.
no, anyone who else wants to give a perception is more than welcome to. Tom gave a 21.
Yeet.
Gunnar gave a 24. Jesus.
Did I just do it twice?
And Sir Tosin gave me a 2. Gave me a nat 1. You
Tosum accidentally covered his own eyes.
Oh my fucking god.
Wait, doesn't Sir Tosin have compound eyes? How do you do that?
Wait, he's not a bug. He's not a bug.
He's not a bug. He's a Lashunta. He's not a bug.
Oh, not a Sheeran. Sorry,
No,
I
but-
get the two confused.
Well, but you do have 4 hands to cover both your eyes with, so.
Yes. So
Good
he still
point.
has 2 hands to work with. So Kokomo
Red
rolled, Kokomo rolled a computer's check of 12, and Gnark and Tyson. Oh, Kokomo rolled a 19. That was that was the acrobatics check. Your computer check was 16. Tom rolled a perception 21. Gnark rolled a perception 24. And yeah, cool. So, and Sir Tosim rolled a perception of 2. And Jax's and Hops's was middling at a 13.
Hey,
But-
hey, that's literally an average roll. I rolled it.
Oh, yeah, no, it's an average roll, middle. Like it's
But middling makes it sound derogatory, like it's bad.
he in the process of reading through all this, Thaddeus
I'm
asked all
sorry if my 18 intelligence isn't. Oh, sorry, no, wait. Yes, my 18 intelligence and my 18 dexterity aren't enough for you when I have a normal ass wisdom. Ugh.
Okay.
It's really weird when you talk about your stats in character.
Me not smart.
Yeah, I am
have
breaking
a
the
big
fourth
brain.
wall. Fuck you.
What, y'all haven't figured out what your stats are in real life?
I have
mean,
a computer in my brain. It
I
ranks
suppose
me
because everything
against other players like a leaderboard.
like this, that there's like that bit like from the new Jumanjis where they like tap a button and your stats actually pop up over your head.
Oh, I
No,
would love that.
We're not doing that. Also, Jack, I do love the idea that I love the idea that for some reason you are like actively linked to an OmniNet like ranking system of some kind that is completely frivolous and doesn't matter, but maybe Hops is so anal retentive about it that he has to be the best or be better than one specific user, and he's in a constant battle to try and be better. But anyway, that is a piece of world building right there.
God
But-
damn you, Nissan Lover 97! I will get you.
Yeah, he's
I think
he's
that-
plugged into the 26,000 forums. It's like 2600, but in the future.
I think that we should honestly create some kind of like leaderboard. If like people want to join it, we could like have it just be called Hops Leaderboard or something.
No, don't actually give me competition.
Well, unfortunately, we haven't. Unfortunately,
So-
Rob hasn't broken the 50 follower yet. Because if we did, we could have a point system, and we can just roll a random number to see how many points Hops has on a random day.
Ooh.
Like that.
But that's for the future.
You mean like
Michael,
we
were
can
you-
all
But we're
compete
in the future.
as PCs for like Twitch points or something?
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh God.
No, Michael, were you gonna say something? I thought I heard your voice.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying anything. Just
So what happened? I popped the computer and
Yeah, you helped unlock it. Because what happens after Thaddeus is kind of sitting in the boat as it's rocking back and forth on the clouds. The rest of you are either in the boat or on the dock next to him, and he asks you all for a bit of help because he's having a hard time. And with a couple of swipes and presses of buttons, the image on the computer is on his PDA is officially on all of your PDAs, be that in your vision, be that on your wrist or whatever, wherever your character would receive it. And he asks you to help him just kind of figure out and like kind of lessen the load. With the 16, Kokomo is able to not really hack the system, but kind of organize it a little bit better. Like maybe hit a couple of cleanup buttons on Excel. With a
Gotcha.
24 and a 21. Okay, so first with a 13 hops, you are looking, but you just don't find anything interesting. You just see a bunch of ships that are carrying random supplies, and you're just seeing a ship that carries random supplies. You find a bunch of just really uninvasive and non-interesting information. Certosum, you
Where's my PDA? Where?
Certosum, you crash your PDA. Like, these things are supposed to be fucking foolproof.
It's a
And
Pip
yet-
Boy. You just have to take it off and put it back on again.
You somehow fucking crash your PDA.
Whoa,
And
you blue screened that thing. I haven't seen that in years.
What's even better is while everyone is still looking, you think it's about to come back, but it immediately takes over and goes, sending an error report, which takes another 10 fucking minutes. So, like, that's what you get for rolling your 2 right there. You're just kind of sitting there, not really doing anything. Gnark and Tom, you guys are a bit more successful in figuring out what the fuck you might actually be looking for. With both of you rolling over 20, you both find some really interesting shuffling around of materials, because this spreadsheet doesn't just give you what ship is carrying what, it also gives you where the components were moved to. And despite all of the names and numbers being wildly out of whack, and it almost in a desperate attempt to be confusing, you all end up finding, or you two end up putting 2 and 2 together and realizing there is a singular ship. There is a singular ship that has what you guys think might be looking for. The ship's name is the Frisk. And from what you can tell,
the sister ship named the Stoppin'?
Stop it.
Oh, see, I figured it would be something called like the Undertale. Or
Yeah, you guys went in very different directions. One of you went to a video game that was on top of the charts in 2016. The other one of you went to the abuse of minorities. So that's how. Good to welcome back, Jack.
Yeah.
I was paying attention, but still, even in context.
Undertale and Stop and Frisk were the 2 things that I was referencing.
Stop and Frisk wasn't just minorities, but yeah, no, you're right. Maybe I should have made that joke.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
I'll put it like this: I got Stop and Frisked a lot in the Grove, but
great. I don't know how to respond to that as either a DM, a friend, or a random person online. It's fine. We're all good. You guys all find the ship, the Frisk, and Gnark, Tom, you guys recognize that this ship has some really weird goings-ons. The amount of cargo that is moving through this ship or being documented onto it is absurd. And when you start digging into it, it doesn't add up. Something doesn't add up. Tom, you pick it out first. The materials that are being moved through this ship at the frequency they are is impossible. With the size of with the amount of the materials and the sizes of the products that you are aware are being moved, this ship is actively lying.
Hold on a minute, pulls out calculator, does some quick calculations. Wait a minute, that's illegal.
That's illegal.
He's going 50 and a 45.
The one thing that really set you off, or at least really kind of gave you the idea that something was wrong, was you saw that there was you saw basically they were moving like tools and machine parts, but if you went by the numbers of how many tools they were moving, it would have been the size of 5 ships. Like, there's no way in hell that something the size of the Frisk could have moved all those at once. And once you point it out, you kind of lean over and point it out to Gnark, who, once he starts knowing what to look for, is able to, with your 24, Narc, you are able to actually track down where the Frisk was last docked and where it might actually still be now. So good job on those 2 rolls, guys. Well done.
Did you say meow?
Who meowed?
Let me see your license, meow.
All right. I ain't doing that bit. But no.
Yeah.
That's why.
Like
30 minutes. So are we talking about Star Wars dick or not?
Listen, I bet he's got something akin to the Rip Roar Ride rocket from Universal.
I can't. I gave you 30 minutes, and God bless you all. You did wait those 30 minutes. I will
wait. So are dog dicks and wolf dicks a different color?
How did we go
Jack,
on
I
this
don't
subject? What the fuck just happened?
No,
I
we
may
did
be,
not.
I may be the resident furry Jack, but I have no fucking clue. So,
This is a question for Google if somebody actually wants to know.
yeah,
I'm not going to.
Not adding it to my FBI search wanted list.
Maybe one of our viewers can help us out. Google it in another tab
No,
and add it to the
Damn
chat.
it! I'm already in this deep. I might as well.
That's wonderful. So, yeah, hey Lurks, how's it feel to be the only user currently in here? You want to look up some furry porn? All right, cool. Calling out your users.
Sorry, I googled it and Dick Wolf came up. The producer of CSI.
Dun dun.
Oh.
I would like to
Sorry, Law and Order.
apologize as well to Lurks. I did, obviously, we're all friends here, and I'm not trying to, in any way, shape, or form, make you uncomfortable. And I'm 100% putting a disclaimer on that.
You
That
never
we're all
know.
here to
It might be why they're watching the show.
It could be. It could be. Maybe that sweet rat ass is just too much to fucking.
Don't objectify me.
Oh god.
What about me?
miss-
I'm
know
an
what? I
android. I'm
Googled it,
literally
and
an
I'm only
object.
getting-
I'm just a professional. I will say that, and I that's
I'm-
not fair to put on him.
I googled it, and I'm only getting assorted sex toys that are modeled after it. And you know what? I don't think we're gonna get anywhere.
I feel like yes, because dogs are descendants of wild dogs, which I mean are related to.
There's
wolves,
no
so I feel
reason
like
why
they
it
would-
wouldn't be, and this conversation is officially over. Okay.
So-
So,
Come on, we're in
so here's the
space.
thing, we
like, open up
found-
your mind a bit.
Sorry, Mike. Go
Look,
ahead.
all I said when I wanted to hit up on Star Wolf was that I thought his arms were strong and I wouldn't mind being held in them. Is that so wrong to ask?
yes, it is.
Like you put his arms around my shoulders. Like that was awesome.
It's a little wrong, but only because your brother's playing him.
Yeah. Yeah. But no. You both, Gnark and Tom, you guys both point out these discrepancies to Thaddeus, and I like to imagine that while you're all doing that, Thaddeus is digging through the cooler and he's finding like what he was finding some of Tom's massive amount of appetizers. Like, so he's
Do we still have some of those?
we-
like,
do we
for
have-
the-
Yeah, everything
a
they
while?
didn't
the cooler's
eat is
right
in the
there.
cooler.
He's got everything.
Okay, so
Does Krusty
Um,
still have the mozzarella sticks? Oh, Krusty
Yeah.
is cooler, by the way.
Yeah, we named the cooler Krusty.
Of course,
Okay.
it's the Krusty Krab.
God fucking damn it. Oh.
What? Don't actually acknowledge the joke?
No, it already got said. If you don't know what the Krusty Krab is, you've been living under a rock for God only knows how many decades.
Just like Patrick.
Just like
say it, Jack.
You
Jack
like
said
the
it.
Krusty Krab,
No,
don't you?
Don't you fucking dare. Okay, I can deal with a lot of things tonight. I'm not dealing with someone trying to imitate Tom Kenny. That is like my.
It is
that
super
is
difficult. I'm sorry I tried.
Jack and I can
You should be.
barely pull it off, but that's also because our voices are relatively high pitched in general, and yeah. So regardless,
You've
gotta sound a
little nasal.
hey,
We should
more
probably
for the drinking game. Regardless,
Yay! Drink.
so oh, believe me, I am.
How does it feel to, through a combination of missteps, alienate any potential viewers?
Well, Jack, I'm glad you asked. It feels weird. You guys end up showing Thaddeus that information, and he 100%. Okay, no, Tom, you are the only person. Okay, here's the deal, Tom. You labeled all of the styrofoam containers that all of your appetizers were put into.
Oh, 100%.
He has no idea which one he grabs, and he just so I'm going to let you decide what his styrofoam container is filled with that he pops open and starts eating. Michael, what do you think is inside of that?
I can't read my writing from right here, but I'm pretty sure that's gas bladders.
Okay, cool. He's just like popping them into his fucking mouth like goddamn popcorn shrimp and everything. But yeah, so he has one. So you both like pointed out to him, and he's just got it. I like he's got it in his lap. He's just sitting down in there, and it's just open, and he's just going to town on it. And
are there any more wings?
Oh yeah, they're all in the cooler.
Pass. I'm like asking the captain. I'm like, pass me some wings.
Okay. And he looks behind him and everything. And he kind of reaches his arm over his back and digs through the cooler. And he grabs another container and he just holds it and he passes it over to Kokomo.
Is it actually wings?
You know what? Roll me a d20. If it's a 6 or higher, it's wings. If it's a 6 or higher, it's wings. Roll me a d20.
That's a pretty low bar.
If not, Michael also gets to pick what the fuck is in that as well.
Yes.
So let's see if his
Do I have
just
to put
roll
one
me a
d20 or just?
1d20. 1d20. Yep, straight up 1d20.
Hang on, I want to put on the 3D dice.
Yes.
Okay.
Enable 3D dice and automatically roll 3D dice.
Did it?
Put
there it is.
away
Nat
your
20, baby.
Holy shit!
Whoa.
Yeah, no. Not
You guys did
only
a good
are
roll.
they,
Congrats.
yeah, there's your 20 of the evening. Yeah, they're the wings, and not only that, but they are the wings that are the most pristine in condition inside of their fucking styrofoam container. So well done. That is just that's how we work. That's how our rolls go. So he ends up looking at all of this, and he points out the fact that we're not too far away from where the frisk is located, and he thinks we should head over there immediately.
Okay,
and
but
is there
wait, do we have a plan to get in? Do we want to use holograms like I have, or?
Okay, so for the record, you bring that up. He rolls his eyes and he goes, "Love of all that is holy. If I need a hologram, I'll let you know."
What? They've worked so far.
For you. He's just like, his reliance on technology is not the greatest, and when he comes face to face with a technomancer, he's like trying really hard to not be rude, but it's just like you do bring it up again. And he's like, so he has nothing against you in any way, shape, or form. But he
Fair
does.
enough.
He just kind of gets up and he walks away, and you all follow him.
I just want to say to Kokomo, I'm just gonna lean up and be like, "Hey, it's okay. My brother was a pilot. A lot of them, hops aside, are not very fond of tech."
Fair enough, I guess. I guess I'll just go fuck myself then.
And yeah, so he doesn't hear you say that unless you're saying that purposely loud enough for him.
I mean,
No.
I'm just kind of saying it to Gandark.
Fair enough. So you end up all walking back to the docks that you just came from. It's been about an hour since you all left. The majority of the crowd is left. There are a few people still sticking around. You can still see the 4 employees of the building hanging around outside. Like the girl at the front counter, she's just smoking. In the meantime, looks incredibly bored as it's all going on. two of the other employees are talking with officials, and none of them really seem to care about anything that's going on. But you all walk past that. Tom, I like to imagine that you kind of put your hand up to your face so nobody actually sees you. And you all end up digging, or you all end up walking through these docks until you finally reach the Frisk. The ship does not seem. What's weird about the Frisk compared to the others is the amount of modifications that has happened to this ship. The other ships are very standard when it comes to design, layout, and everything else. Now, none of the modifications made to this ship are like extreme. None of them are made to be like wildly out of place. But again, I'm going to continue using the perception check that Gnark and Tom used last time. You guys kind of notice that the ship, if you're not looking for it, it won't stand out. If you are looking for it, it's very easy to pick out of a crowd. The ship itself has more metal than wood, which is a bit of a difference between all of the other ships. The propellers themselves they seem much cleaner in their operating mechanisms. This ship looks like it's been worked on a lot recently. If not recently, it's constantly being tuned up.
You mean like,
so,
I was going to say, you mean like it's super clean, or you mean it's got new shit?
Well, it's got new shit. The ship itself, all the other ships, when you like look around, they've got some grime on them. The clouds themselves add a bit of like, there's a layer of grime that comes from sailing on the clouds. You guys can tell from the bottom because the part of the ships that are closest to the clouds or underneath it or bobbing up and down are always saturated in a slight like silken material, clear. It just kind of reflects a bit more.
These clouds have a silver lining?
Shut up.
So I do have to ask, are you saying that this is sort of like a pumped up ship?
Yes.
Where's this going? Hold on.
And I guess
I can't not say
run.
it. All the other kids with the pumped up ship.
Great. But yeah, we got it.
You know what? Guys, you know what?
What, Jack?
That's a knee slapper.
Anyway, where it's going, Tom, is
I think I lost this viewer.
are able to pick out the fact that this ship is it is really well made. Something that Briggs Co., being the owners, have obviously put a lot of money into. They obviously care about this ship a lot. Tom, you are able to come to the conclusion of two things about this ship. One, this ship has had more money put into it by Briggs Co. than probably the cost of an average size house in this town. And two, if you blew it up, stole it, or wrecked it in some way, shape, or form, might cause a couple of problems for them. So that is information for Tom. But
I would think we would kind of all assume it was important to them.
You would assume that, but Tom is able to pick out the drastic difference in ship price between both this one and the rest. Because yeah, wrecking a ship is obviously going to cost them money, but wrecking this one might hurt a bit more. But in the process, you guys realize that the amount of it is still midday, and surprisingly, being midday, there aren't a whole lot of guards around. They're just not there. What you guys are thinking is maybe they got moved around after that whole gas leak fiasco.
Maybe they were like, nah, it's the middle of the day. Nobody would be coming in here. They would have had to get past all the others. Yeah.
Probably a mix of both.
Both?
Yeah, a mix of both. I feel like it's both a mix of like, it's broad daylight. No one's going to fucking jump onto a ship. As well as well as a mix of like whoever was on duty being dragged away to either A, help with the fiasco or maybe just gawk at it. The ship itself is docked. The railing of the ship is easily about 15 feet above the base of the dock. There is a scaffolding. There's a 3-layered scaffolding that if you guys climb up, would be able to. I'm imagining like built out of wood, the same kind of scaffolding that the side of a New York building has, where it like loops around with the stairs, just made out of wood instead of metal. And if you go all the way to the top, it is more than enough for you guys to get onto the ship. And before any of you can even react, Thaddeus is already on that scaffolding. And without saying a word, he snaps a finger and he points to all of you, and he kind of gives you like this, let's fucking go right now kind
I scatter
of
immediately.
Do we have to do like an athletics or something, or are we good?
No, as of right now, with the commotion that was caused, with the commotion that was caused by both Tom and Hops, I was originally going to have you guys roll like a stealth check or something, or cause another distraction. But with what both Tom and Hops had accomplished, I figured, again, if you walk in with a level of confidence, no one's really going to stop you. You know how when there was a video I saw on YouTube like years ago where 2 guys would walk in with a ladder and two orange vests. Like they just walk into random places with these things.
Yeah, they walked into a movie theater.
Yeah, no one would ever stop them because they just looked official. And that's kind of the mentality that you guys
Or
are
it's
going.
like if you go to, say, a picnic that might be held by, say, a convention, like a convention-adjacent picnic.
God.
And you go to this picnic, and there's a lot of
This
food
sounds
there,
really
and like
specific.
a lot of food. And perhaps you see in the middle of the summer, there's like 3 goddamn untouched watermelons, and you think to yourself, "Hey, nobody's eating these watermelons." And so, right before you leave, you just make a few trips back from your car to the food table and back, just stealing multiple watermelons and other foods that nobody was eating.
And during
Perhaps
that
maybe
time,
some cookies and chips.
and
Or
during that
maybe-
time, during that time, the roommate of his brother, the roommate of your brother, also joins
Is
in.
this like a prophecy?
But no, this actually happened. Like
This
5
has
years ago,
indeed.
we went to the
It
Yomicon
just started to
picnic.
hit me as something really Life of Brian all of a sudden. But anyway, yeah, go
Oh
ahead.
yeah. No, we about 5 years ago we went to the Yomicon picnic, which is held in the summer of every year. And one of the first years they were holding it, they ended up having just a massive table of food, and they just had a sign that said "Help yourself" on it. And Jack decided that meant I'm stealing everything. And
I didn't steal everything. I have a photo somewhere on my phone.
You stole. Okay, no, what the photo you have is
Here's
like
the real question:
half of
did you eat?
Oh,
yeah,
we ate all of it. We had a 4th of
ate
July
everything.
picnic like a week later.
We ate everything. We had 3 watermelons. 2 of them went.
I
with
only
Jack.
saw 2.
That's
We
what I
went-
call upcycling.
There were 3 watermelons, Jack. Logan took 1. You took 2. Logan took
okay, that's
2
right.
dozen. Logan took 2 dozen cookies. You took a pie. Logan took a pie, and like there was like a 12-pack of Coke that Logan stole as well. And by the time this was so bad that the next year's Yomicon picnic, there was people watching the table.
They
Jack
needed bouncers for the food.
required bouncers for the fucking food.
And that's how you grift. Thank you.
Well
Thank
done.
you for coming to my TED Talk.
Boy, do I miss conventions, right?
But anyway, yeah. So I put
love-
my
Let's go ahead.
I
and
put my
convene.
hands together in like a foothold next to the net thing scaffolding that he called up, and like, who needs a boost?
No, let
Come on,
me.
where we're going, we don't need holograms. Get on.
Give me a boost.
I give him a boost.
And
Oh.
roll me that athletics check or strength check. Like he doesn't. I mean, it's a low DC. It's a low DC because he's
I'm
not
still a
as
squid.
Yeah, he's still a squid, but it's a low DC. So bring up your
Strength check?
Just
Would you like
strength
to
check.
go with that?
I mean, fair. Just roll a strength check. You can also since I'm currently in the stream as well, Rob. Yeah. Why don't you roll to assist, Tosum? Why don't you roll to assist, Tosum?
Oh, I could just hit roll. Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I like to imagine that Kokomo tries, and then Sir Tosum just like very
Yeah, yeet.
ungracefully grabs one of his tentacles and like
Just
yeets
slap me
him
against the wall.
up. Like just no. Like it's because within 11 he definitely gets you up onto the ship. But you know how
One of those sticky hands.
yeah,
I'm a sticky.
like you know how like you'll sometimes spin the sticky hand around before you fling it at the wall. Like,
Oh,
Oh, absolutely.
Oh god.
Just all wind up to it.
he just Tosum just winds up and then just yeets you on top of this like just hurls. Because you've got to remember you are like a third of the size of Sir Tosum.
Oh, how tall is Sir Tosum again?
Sir Tosum is like what? Didn't you say like 7 to 8 feet tall?
Yeah, I'm close to 8 foot.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, you're getting up there.
How does someone so large
Wow, I didn't realize that.
not
I need to fix
impact
the image.
story so much?
Oh, boo!
It's still
Jack.
pretty accurate, I'd say.
What I'm saying is like you would stick it like you feel like we would mention it more, like you would stick out, but you're like really good at just kind of like vibing.
Yeah, no, that's my thing, man.
Every time,
Hell yeah, bruh.
every time Hops turn around and he just like okay, no, I'm now
Every time I
imagining
squish, I get this feeling.
I'm now imagining that Sir Tosum has this really innate ability to just kind of like sneak up behind people, like you know that the butler from Mr. Deeds who just
You mean-
shows up.
I am very sneaky, sir.
Yes,
Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy.
basically, yeah.
I just stand very, very still.
Very still.
And like
Jesus, I thought you were a tree.
every time, like every once in a while, someone in the party will turn around and just kind of give like that. Jeez. But no, he fucking hurls Gnark up that goddamn onto the goddamn ship, and the rest of you are easily able to climb the scaffolding. Which after which showing how easily Hops was able to scamper up there. It really didn't seem like that was necessary, but you know, here we are. So you guys are all on the ship. Yeah, you guys are all on the ship. There's nothing there, and
God damn it, Max.
Thaddeus ends up looking at all of you, and again, like kind of snaps his finger and he points down, and he starts heading for one of the doors. That is, he starts heading for the door that leads to the bottom of the ship. So when he gets there, he like kind of quiet. God fucking damn it, Gnark. Yeah. All right. So he ends up. Who here has the best strength check?
I've got a pretty good strength.
Mine's a
Tosa,
-2.
I got a 16. What's he got?
Oh hell yeah, 16.
Oh yeah, bros!
Well, it's you roll. All right. So he kind of like in actually. Oh no! Before this, I want an intelligence check from both of you.
Oh, that's not gonna go great.
Wait, what are they attempting to
I
do?
will explain after they roll their intelligence check.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Gnark has a surprising moment of clarity.
Okay,
You really knocked some sense into me, Sir Tosin.
All right, here's the deal.
Getting splatted against the wall will do that.
God, I was waiting for the moment of it being just garbage, because what happens with this is what's happening with this is you guys are so he gives you a signal that Gnark, you are pretty easily able to tell he wants you to break down the door. Totem, you're able to just kind of be like, well, we can't do anything he wants me to do if I can't get through the door.
Door in way, move door.
Like you failed successment
Door
what
is
I'm
better wall than door.
Task failed successfully.
And with that, so now both of you can roll your strength checks. And
Before
go
we roll,
ahead and-
can I at least just try to like open the door normally?
yeah, no, absolutely. Roll.
Amazing.
I need you to roll
Check
me.
that there might be a handle.
I am going to. Here's the deal. Since I am nothing but the master of my own fate and yours,
Lid.
I want you to. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Ben? Do you want? Like, I'm gonna have you roll a d20. Do you want the unlocked door to be 1 through 10 or 11 through 20?
I want it to be 11 through 20.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and roll me just a straight d20, and if you're 11 through 20, then the door is unlocked.
Oh my god.
That would be amazing.
Oh boy.
All right. So I like to imagine that Gnark is getting ready to fucking like bust down this door, and Sir Tosum just like just walks up, the door, and like effortlessly, that kind of moment where everyone else is really tense, and there's that one friend who doesn't understand why everyone else is kind of tense, and the rest of everyone is propped up like on the sides of the doors, ready to go through. Whereas Sir Tosum just walks up, opens the door, and walks in. Like, just effortlessly, not a care in the fucking world, just walks away from all of you.
I kind of want it to be like one of those things where I walk like 5 feet through the door, turn around, and I see nobody behind me. It's like,
I think we should just call
You
him
guys coming?
Sir Toss'em. Because he tossed me and he tossed them open.
this isn't
And-
the first time in the campaign I've tossed somebody too.
It isn't. No,
I
it
tossed
isn't.
Toss.
Nothing like a
And it
fastball
won't-
maneuver.
It won't be the last. It won't be the last either. So, with that in mind, you guys ended up working your way through that door effortlessly, if I may add. Well done, Ben. Well done.
The door is now open.
Yeah, the door is now open.
Your
but
jacket is dry.
you guys end up walking through the door, and you head down the stairs. And once again, it kind of in match with what Gnark and Sarah, kind of in match with what both Gnark and Tom saw on the sheets. This entire ship is packed to the brim with unmarked boxes, and y'all aren't sure exactly what's inside of them. So, would
looking?
you what's up?
I want to get looking.
Okay, cool.
Hey guys, there's a lot of stuff in here.
Like a box, at least 17
least
boxes.
Thaddeus, the captain, ends up looking at all of you, and down in the bowels of this ship, which, by the way, reminder, is not a fucking spaceship again. But here we are. It's funny how I have to describe that in this, because if someone ends up popping in and not realizing that we're on a fucking pirate adventure, might be a little bit confused. But yeah, so you guys end up, and Thaddeus ends up kind of like his shoulders kind of sink, and he sighs heavily, and he goes, I guess we better start looking. Grab a crowbar, let's keep opening. And if anyone comes down in here, beat the shit out of them.
I like this plan.
Hey, wait, I've got an idea, and not to be that one-trick pony or anything, but is this not a good thing? I know you can't, be invisible or whatever, because that's a different spell, but is there no way I could say, for instance, illusion that the door is closed and that there's, maybe boxes in the way of us?
And
So, if someone does walk in, they don't just see us immediately?
He looks at you and he goes, "Knock yourself out, but witnesses don't talk if they're dead."
I mean, that's fair, but we'll have a couple of seconds advantage on them at least. So I pop a holographic
Cool.
image that looks like a row
That's
of
fine.
boxes where we would be standing.
And we will, and once the time comes, we will figure out if somebody needs to
Roll versus the save.
Roll versus the save and everything to figure out if they're actual boxes or if they're just like, hey, these boxes.
I think it's more of a thing of they believe it until they touch it.
Yeah, that's what it is. So they might. Regardless, we'll get to that in a second. This is going to be a check from all of you, and
boy.
it might take a few rolls as well. I need from all. Okay, tell you what. I want you guys to look at your character sheets.
Oh, good.
And I want you to pick the skill. It's going to be perception. But if you can somehow explain to me with another skill how it would help you look through boxes, I will give it to you.
I accept the challenge.
Yeah, no. If anyone here can find a way to make
Do I have Reginald?
You do not.
What about
engineering?
Is this organized in a certain way, and can I use my engineering to figure out how it's engineered?
Okay. You might not be able to figure out how it's. You might not be able to figure out how. Trying to think. Engineering.
More of a like these boxes are over here, those boxes are over there. This is organized in this fashion.
Yeah, sure. I'll give that to you. Was anyone else going to try?
I have a fucking 10 in stealth. What the fuck? I did not mean to click that.
Gnark, what did you have?
So with sense motive, I have a pretty high stat. I'm thinking maybe I know that sounds silly, but like
hey, I also have a
like
sense motive stat here. Like that I'm pretty good in here. So
yeah, cool. Like trying to determine like the motives of like where something would optimally be hidden to see that it stays out of the line of sight of anyone that might be coming onto the ship.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I got an easy one. I got a super easy one.
What's that?
Acrobatics. Ice skitter. Up walls and like over boxes and shit. Just
okay, fair. I will allow all of you. I do believe that's everyone who gave me that, unless
Kobe. May he rest in peace. That's a crit fail.
Well,
it's still a 10, but it's a crit fail.
Jesus Christ,
dude! That's impressive.
That is an impressive fail.
Bypass keeps coming up. Sorry, I don't know how to change that.
One more time. What did you say?
I was gonna ask if I could just start ripping open crates.
Sure. Strength check it.
So, are we using? Would I use?
Hold on, wait. Before anyone starts ripping shit open, I got a 26 on my engineering, so I know where we should be ripping open, right?
No. Okay. So everyone roll, and then I will tell you guys. God, you guys are all rolling really well, except for. Oh, I like that mysticism idea, Tom. I like that. I like that a lot.
If I was a bunch of like hidden, like hard to find stuff, where would I be?
All right.
A lot of sense.
No, it does. It makes.
I have to date the marble. I have to lick the marble. I have to be the marble.
Oh God, you guys are just on top of things.
Like, everybody's over here doing something. I'm standing in the middle of this thing, like scratching my chin, like, huh? If I was a bunch of hidden, like,
which is very bard of you.
I like to think that I'm just smashing boxes open.
We've got a variety of different tactics at this point.
Guys, you know when a cat
sliding along the floor.
Can I paint you all a picture? Like,
hold on, I just want to say, when a cat fails to make a jump, I feel like that has to happen at some point for me to get a crit fail.
Oh, no.
I need to paint you all a picture of this happening and everything.
Okay.
So, so you all walk into this, and Captain Thaddeus tells you that he basically gives like the search for everything. If anyone comes in, beat the shit out of them, break, and all of you go do your own thing. The first thing that we see is Gnark and Kokomo kind of trying. You guys walk around a bit, kind of getting details of these unmarked boxes, paying attention to what the boxes are made out of, how big they are, how long it may seem like they've been here, whether or not they're actively, like how worn they are on the materials. And you guys are able to get a decent idea of like what has been moved more recently.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And while that's going on, Tom, you are kind of Tom, you're kind of like walking around and trying to get a feel if anything kind of feels awkward. Kind of in the without like ghost hunting except real kind of deal. I'm imagining you
Ghost
kind of
hunting,
walking.
except it's a box.
Yeah, like I'm imagining him walking around, kind of maybe putting his hand over a couple of different boxes, like waiting to see if anything stands out to him. Because Tom does have a mild level of he doesn't. Okay, you bastard! You have no mysticism whatsoever. You're just doing this for the sake of doing it. You son of a bitch!
It's a
All
trained
right.
skill. I was about to
I
say,
know, I
what the
shouldn't
fuck is he
even be able
doing?
to use it. I
I
was actually
If
going
you
to say
bullshit-
sleight of hand, so
If you bullshit so hard that the fabric of reality bends around it, does it count?
yeah, it counts. Like it
Still hard.
counts.
I'm just
I
in
forgot
space.
to actually roll my check.
You
What
just
am I supposed
lie
to be
so
rolling?
well to the universe that it lets you do shit.
Well, I mean, okay.
Is that not being a bard?
Yes, it is. It is 100% being a bard, and also it is my job as the DM.
I rolled another crit fail.
I forgot that it was a trained skill. That's on me.
No, you're fine. I'm going to allow you.
I have rolled an additional crit fail.
Okay, Jack, please stop rolling. You've given me more than enough to work with.
It was for my perception check, the thing we were supposed to do.
The first thing that you guys see is, but no, Tom. Okay, Michael. Let's pull something out of my ass. I feel
I'm not sure
like
about that phrasing, Alex. I just gotta admit that I'm uncomfortable.
Let's rephrase
like that one.
Okay, I feel like Tom has been around the block a few times to the point where he has dealt with some rather magical bullshit. Like, I'm imagining him the same way that you would imagine like Indiana Jones, like kind of just kind of adventuring, not really questioning what he's seeing. And you've been around the block a few times. You've been around the galaxy a few times. And in searching all these wooden crates, you're just, and you know that sometimes when shit is stupid magical, you can kind of feel it. Like, you know how it feels. It's an indescribable feeling of like in the back of you don't even really feel it on your skin. You more feel it like in the back of your mind. And that is what you are looking for. You are searching for that kind of like inappropriate back of your mind feeling. You, Ben, just punch a box and kind of start ripping them open with no care in the world. Like,
yeah, there's no organization to it or whatever.
No,
I'm just ripping boxes open.
like you just punch a box, and like when you yank your arm back out, like a bunch of packing peanuts just start flowing out of the hole that you punched into it. And by the end, you're able to kind of reach your arm into one of these boxes and yank out like a small briefcase that you pop open, and it looks like they are simple repair tools for spaceships.
Not this one.
Like, he's just punching boxes open. It's like, hey, Ceratosin, have you found anything? Have I what?
It's like just that found what, and then like Tom just goes back and just kind of like nods and goes, "Huh,
all right,
just good on you." And finally, we have Hops, who, Jack, you're like, "Oh yeah, let's go up to the top of these stacks of boxes to get the best look at everything in this floor of the ship. Unfortunately, you're standing on a stack of boxes that Sir Tosum punches, and the fucking shock of the shake of the box causes you to fall from this stack of boxes.
Do I at least break open one box when I land?
Oh yeah, you land into a box and break it, which is why your perception was so low, because your face is now covered in both blood and packing peanuts. So,
Are you okay? Would you like some help, little friend?
Little friend.
What happened?
it's only funny because I've literally heard that noise out of Jack in situations like this as his brother, and that is exactly the kind of noise that he would make in a situation
Something he
like
actually
that.
I'm an
does,
actor, baby.
Like that on the verge of crying, but also slightly dizzy.
What happened?
And Sir Tosim, do you just decide to yank him out of the box then?
Gently
Yeah. Just
scoop me up, please.
there's no like carefully lifting him out of the box. It's just ripping him out of the
Grab him you grab him by the scruff of the neck and you like kind of set him back down in the box next to it.
Yeah.
Like, and I like to
Like
imagine
helping Hops out of the box, two of them are still just punching through.
Yes. I do like to imagine as well that maybe like Sir Tosim tries, like you do have a sense of empathy, and you do like you've got a charisma of 12. You know what empathy is. You're aware of empathy adjacent maneuvers. And you try and Hops is just standing here on the verge of crying with his face covered in blood and stuck packaging peanuts to the blood. And you kind of just a little bit too aggressively wipe the peanuts off of his face before patting him on the back without realizing.
I got it.
You just left the blood that you wiped off of his face on the back of his clothes. So,
Oh.
it's a bit of a mess, but that's what you get when you roll 2 ones. You son of a bitch.
This is a situation I am prepared for, because in our last version of this campaign, I have a personal grooming kit because rats are very fastidious with hygiene. And so I instantly pull that out and start just like...
I'm going to, with 2 nat ones, I'm going to call Jack out of this encounter for a bit. He's going to be too focused on cleaning himself up and making sure that his bandages are appropriately dressed.
I'm going to... Is it alright if I see if I can help him with that? And actually
Absolutely.
use a check that
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a medicine check for that then.
Dang.
That's an 8.
That's like a 5 too.
You want heals? I can just heal you. I look around like, what the hell?
No, I want to see if he's okay. I don't know if I can help him or not. But...
No, that with an 8 of a medicine check, you are with. I like to imagine.
And give him a human band-aid that might not even stick.
Does it look broken? I can't tell if it's broken.
Jack, Tom walks over and looks at you, and Tom, you are able to tell that nothing is broken. You're not used to not that you're not. You are you're not used to rat anatomy as well as you thought
rat
you
anatomy.
would be.
Rat
anatomy. So with that in mind, you're able, you know that everything's where it should be. You're not sure what cuts were there before he fell in the box and what cuts were caused by the box. So, but you're able to tell that he's basically fine.
All right, Hops, I think you're looking pretty good here. Years have been pretty nice to you.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I'll clap him on the back as well.
I'm just gonna sit down over here for a minute.
All right, you take your time, bud. I'm gonna get back to the middle of the room.
Okay, so you start doing your umni bullshit again.
No, what I do is there an empty box full of packing peanuts?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
I just go over to it. I kind of slip in and bury myself in it and just lie down for a minute.
Not inside of a box, but in a couple of the boxes that Tosim has ripped open, there's now just a pile of packing peanuts in his wake. And I like to imagine you just kind of jump into them like a pile of leaves.
I just
but-
bury myself like a ball pit.
Like a ball. Just you guys, and like
I am
eventually,
one with the trash. The trash is me.
and Thaddeus turns around and it goes, "Where's Hops?" And
Yes.
he just
Holy
hears
shit, yes.
and he just hears like crying from inside of a pile of packing peanuts. Because he like turns around and sees all of you and notices that one of you is missing, and he looks at Tosim and he kind of leans over and goes, "Where's Hops?" And he like looks down at his
Follow
feet.
the noises.
He just follows the noise, like with his eyes he follows the noise and sees like a mildly shuffling pile of packing peanuts, and he just kind of goes, "Huh." But no. So
now the captain will never date me, and promise tomorrow.
Oh my god. Is this what you're
God.
saying?
No, that's my internal monologue. I'm not saying that out loud.
No,
I
he's not
don't
saying that.
know. It would be amazing.
It would be amazing. But that being said,
Oh my god, are you watching this video? There are just some fucking rats hopping into some packing peanuts. Oh my god.
wait,
They're
what?
So cute.
Oh, I sent a video.
Oh god,
so
you did
cute.
send a video. Oh man.
They just face planted it and go poof, and then she pulls them out, and then they hop back in the box and go poof.
As they do. Is
Holy
Rob still
shit.
here? Is Rob
That's
still
exactly
here?
what I need.
Yeah, I'm just muted.
Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to make sure because you've been uncharacteristically quiet in the
When I don't have anything to add.
All
For
I
the-
can see is their tails.
For the record, I really do like the I do really like how quick you are, Max, with the artwork. And I'm looking at the space memes of just the fucking
Opening the door.
of him opening, like you
The
literally
door.
the door, just an open door, like that's so God,
This is the way.
this is the way. And he means that quite literally. The way is this way.
Why don't you guys try opening it?
But no, you all are able to work through with all of your roles being what they are. Gnark and Kokomo are able to kind of work out that at least you guys are able to work out what half of the ship does not have the item in it and everything, what you're looking for, and the so I'm going to need another check from you guys in whatever you would like to roll. It doesn't matter. Again, you can either use perception or you can use the ability skill that you gave to me before, and you will be able to roll again. Jack, I am going to have you sit this one out.
Oh, I was not planning on rolling.
Okay.
Come on, sense motive. Fuck.
God, you
Even
guys-
with my
I have gotten
That's with
less
my plus
helpful.
8.
Wait,
That's
are
with
we
my
still
plus
looking for
8.
boxes? So we're using what
Yes.
we used before?
Yeah, you can either use perception or you can use your engineering, whichever one you want.
Oh, come on, Kokomo, you got this.
I'll try. I'll try perception this
All right,
time.
fair. Roll perception.
Getting away with mysticism a second time.
16.
I think
Okay.
I made it.
Okay, okay.
And I am going to roll a few checks for, and I am going to roll.
for our dear Daddius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I held on. I held on for an
It's
hour and
okay.
a half without saying.
You did. I will give credit where credit is due. You guys are really good at waiting a specific amount of time before you start bringing out the bullshit. But bring the bullshit we did. So I'm gonna roll a few checks for him and everything. Cool. Kokomo, the rest of you are kind of wandering aimlessly. I feel like Tom, you're with your nat 1, maybe your mind is still on how Hops is actually doing, and you find it a little bit hard to concentrate. Gnark, you're
I'm
not
good.
I know. Okay, but you're saying that through a teary-eyed, bloody face.
I
Jen.
stopped crying.
Okay, you stopped crying. That's fine.
No, at this
And-
point, I'm sitting upright with my head sticking out of the packing peanuts, and I'm using my grooming kit to get myself cleaned up.
Fair enough.
So there's just a rat sitting neck deep in packing peanuts, just like you know how rats do the little groom where they'll like lick their paws and go nyam, nyam, nyam. It's me doing that.
Yes. Okay. And
Which is much less pathetic and in fact quite cute if I say so myself.
Yes, it is. So, with a Certosum, you're just with the strength check of 9, you're just breaking through more boxes. You haven't really with the strength check of 9 compared to your previous one.
So am I the only one that's actually like looking with their eyes now?
You really are a very simple creature, Tosum. I like to imagine that you don't really like. You'd think that if a creature broke open multiple boxes, it would learn how to break them open more efficiently as time went on. No, just like you're like, well, first I punched it where the wood was like weakest, and that was easy. But what if I punch it where there's more layered wood? And you just like start blasting, and also if you aren't able to punch through it the first time, you know for a fact you're punching it in that same spot multiple times. Like because that's not like because it's no longer a matter of what's inside the box. It's a matter of
getting the box open.
Exactly.
Asserting your dominance over the box.
Over the box, exactly. Like this box isn't gonna make a fool of me. How fucking dare it?
Tell me your secrets.
Sir, toss him on the wall.
I hadn't thought of that.
Tosum is not on the wall.
Okay, clever, good job. Kokomo, you and Thaddeus are looking around and kind of tag teaming the search through these boxes, and he notices it first, and you're quick to notice it as soon as you see him walk into one direction. These boxes are layered in halls and like little passageways, and you notice he kind of double takes real quick and walks over to his left, and he finds a box that is underneath. And like as you're walking to meet him, he's pulling aside one relatively normal-looking box before he ends up revealing what's behind it. And it is a jet black painted wooden crate that is easily about 3 feet tall, 4 feet wide, and 3 feet deep. So 3 by 4 by 3 is what I'm looking at. And am I still? Yes, I am. Cool. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't drop out again because y'all got really quiet.
Well, I mean, you're just describing boxes.
I know you're listening, and that means you're listening, and that means a lot to me. But also, like in the last couple of weeks, I've had problems. So
you're good. I was literally.
I'm also fucking around in Photoshop as I'm listening, so I'm waiting for something for me to jump on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did think you needed my comment of you're telling me this thing is 36 cubic feet.
Yes.
But now you know. That's what I'm going
yeah. And you hear him, but no, you guys are over off to the side, and he looks at Kokomo, and he looks at
him.
He looks at Kokomo after kind of like he starts knocking on the side of the box, seeing like how heavy duty it is. And while he's on his like he's kind of leaned down, like he's kind of popping a squat as he's knocking on it in random places, and he turns around and he goes, "You might want to go get Tosum."
I'm just gonna pop the telepathic link and go, "Yo, Tosum."
Who is speaking to me in my head?
Brain,
Who the fuck do you think, asshole?
I'm sorry, what?
Just like the way a dog hears a doorbell. Just,
no, in his head, instead of hearing the first before he hears the words, he just hears dee-doo-doo, 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 dee-doo-doo.
See, I like to think he doesn't think who is speaking to him in head. He just says it out loud and just like
Just
a ready
says
stand.
Oh my god!
And like
you are
you
the-
say that, and I like to imagine that Thaddeus is just he hasn't moved from his position, and Kokomo, you just hear a really heavy, just like a sigh of defeat, and he says, "I don't know why I bother." Over here, and he just like, and he just
Oh, okay.
and
I'm on my way.
okay, are any and I'm assuming the rest of you would be following him.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Cool.
could have done that without
Oh, like-
yelling.
Are we sure I know what's going on? I rolled a nat 1 on perception and got off pretty light with that.
No, you rolled a nat 1, and like I said, I explained, I feel like you're kind of trying to pay attention to the boxes around here, but like your mind was more focused on how Hops was doing, because you're the
Right.
image.
Someone,
the image.
look, someone could just take you by the hand over to us.
But no, I like to imagine that a low perception check is not just due to not seeing things, but also due to the idea of maybe being distracted or having something else on their mind, which I feel fits really well here.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And I
Yep.
was about to say, like, I'm not even going to move into the other side of the ship. with
Okay,
you guys.
cool.
Like,
You stay there then. You stay there. And as he and Thaddeus pulls himself up and walks and comes over to the side, and he kind of jerks a thumb at the box and goes, "Open it."
That's not all he's jerking. Sorry, I'm back now.
All right, so I will need a strength check from you, buddy. What do we got?
Who just said heft in the background?
Okay, cool. We got an 18. Fantastic.
Oh, I should show that on the stream. There we go.
With that box and everything, with that 18, Certosum, you end up kind of slamming you just slam your fist through the layer of wood in this crate. But the interesting thing about it is not so much the wood that you broke through, it's what's almost immediately after it.
Oh, tell me goop comes out of this.
No, he punches through foam.
You
Like
need Gwyneth Paltrow out of this.
no, he punches through foam. There is a like that kind of he punches through a layer of hardened foam, and while your hand is still in there, you grab some and you yank it out, and it kind of crumbles in your hand as you recede from the box. And after that, Thaddeus pats you on the shoulder, and he starts yanking boards of wood out of the way before signaling to anyone who wants to help him to help him.
I will help.
Cool.
I'm not going near Certosum if he's anywhere near a box right now.
He's got box mania.
I'm gonna assume that like my hands are a little bloodied up just from punching open so many boxes, so I'm just gonna like start wrapping cloth around my knuckles.
A tiny bit. Gnark, you are the first.
What if we
Gnark, you are the first
boxer?
Gnark, you're the first one who recognizes like he could use some help and everything. You kind of push past everyone else and you're yanking all this. And then you notice that the foam is in pre-cut layers. This is like, the kind of styrofoam that a dishwasher comes in when it's packaged, where it's got like the two sides and everything. That's what you punch through and you pulled out. And you guys are able to yank off the entire side of one of this crate, and you pull away that foam to reveal I need a science check.
Okay.
Who? Everyone?
Yeah, everybody. Let's have everyone roll a science. I feel like by now, both with the noise.
Yeah, it's physical science.
Physical science.
Wait, there's also life science.
This is going to be physical science.
Damn it.
This
What
is
is
going
that? And you have to be trained
nat
to use
20.
it.
Jesus.
That's 20.
Are you trained in it? How the fuck am I rolling so low? I have a +8.
Woo!
All right. With that, you guys are able to. Okay, so the rest of you have no fucking clue what you're looking at. Gnark, you are very aware of what is in front of you right now. Not even the captain is entirely. The captain seems to know, and the captain does know what you're looking at. He is very satisfied with what you guys have found. The rest of you are very confused because what you're looking at is a 3 feet long container, a metal cylinder, and it's got a boatload of protrusions and wires.
Oh God, is it a girl in a box?
And bolted
Did we
on
just
pieces.
find River?
And you guys end up, and he is pulling it out. And Gnark, you are aware that this is a cryogenic chamber.
Yep.
Oh fucking hell!
This is a cryogenic chamber for something
God.
that's inside. Both, and he looks at you all and he goes, "We need to get this open fast." And
We get it open and thousands of bees swarm out, filling the room.
Cryogenically frozen bees from 2
Hang
million
on.
years ago.
Can I try a roll on this?
whoever is trained in computers can try a roll.
Okay.
Yup.
We got 2 boys here.
Come on, baby.
I have to redeem myself.
3.
Oof a
And
doof.
all right, fair
You're
enough.
fucking kidding me.
Anyway,
I haven't rolled over a 10.
well, like
I have a +9 and I still only got a 14.
with your guys' rolls together, you guys are able to kind of figure it out. It's not as quick as Thaddeus was hoping. He did offer a little bit of importance to this, and I feel like he is hovering over your guys' shoulders as you're all kind of walking around trying to figure out what bits and pieces of this chamber need to be prodded and poked to make it open. But eventually, Hops, what's up?
Could I after this, can I roll a sense motive to see why he's so anxious?
You can roll that now if you want.
Okay. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I don't want to stop the action.
No. Go, like, please interrupt. 23.
23.
He seems to be, the sense motive seems to be more nervous about either getting caught with a mild tinge of maybe he's not as confident as he was when he first started.
Okay.
But
Give
and
him like a reassuring pat that they're gonna do fine.
absolutely. And Hops, Kokomo, you're able to kind of pick out a couple of important parts of it. But Hops, you find a hole, like in kind of like you find a hole in it that you kind of reach your arm inside of, after kind of getting a feel for how the electronics work. And after
I am suddenly consumed by thousands of bees.
well, no, like Hops basically like he shoves his arm inside of this, like up all the way, like he's literally pressed all the way up to the box, like his side is pushed up to the box as he's reaching inside of there, and you
I
see.
also have like 4 band-aids on my face.
Yes, and you see, he's like kind of looking off into the distance, like his eyes are pointed upward as he's kind of trying to feel his way around, and you find a couple of wires before you rip them out of their position. And when you do, the whole thing hisses, and it ends up the whole thing hisses, and it begins to open.
Battery.
I am going to pull up a image real quick.
Girl in a box.
Yep.
Girl in a box.
You
So
guys,
this is a girl in a box. You will never live this down.
Jack, it's not. Okay. I will give you this much. It's not a girl in a box.
2 girls.
You know what? You know what? It's not. You got me. You got me. I'm trying to find the best photo I can.
What's in a
of
box?
Is it a dog?
Nothing!
What's in a
You're so
box?
stupid!
Was set up.
What's in the box? And
Oh
yeah,
my god, it's a golden retriever.
Oh,
I am going. You
Oh
know
my-
what?
it's a
Yeah,
hyper intelligent corgi.
this is a good photo and everything. We are going to.
You're all seeing different things here. I'm glad I'm in a different room.
Are you mysticizing over there?
I'm mysticizing far away from that thing.
Did you not stop the whole time?
No, I said that with a perception of 1, I was gonna go back and check the first car or part of the.
Well,
So no, I think canonically I am still over there.
so is this a train? I'm still confused.
No,
No,
it's a boat.
you guys you guys are working your way through, and as this thing hisses and proceeds to open up, the top of it kind of launches itself away from the whole thing, after it tries to open gently at first, but due to the wires that have been removed by Hops, it kind of like blasts its way off in maybe Hops activated some sort of emergency. And
That's foreboding.
yeah, that's foreboding. But no, with that in
is a
mind,
silly klaxon.
I am going to put this.
Wee woo, wee woo.
Now that's a silly klaxon.
That is, yes, it is. Downloads. And we are going to upload that. This thing, you guys are all kind of looking inside of it, and as the steam begins to disappear, you all begin to see what seems to be a spiked ball. And the spikes themselves are made out of metal. And
I whisper to myself, kinky.
and you're not entirely sure. It almost kind of the back. I mean, the spikes almost look like they're angled in such a fashion that it seems like the way a hedgehog spikes would be, where they're all angled in one direction.
We
But-
found
Alex, you're
the same-
surprising us with metal
Shut up!
Sonic.
Shut up!
Okay.
As this is happening,
This is getting
the
uploaded
metal prongs themselves are begin to glow slightly, and the whole thing ends up. Hops, you're the first one to see them. A few tentacles actually begin to kind of slowly
Oh no, more of them.
snake their way from this.
Close the box.
And
Somebody close the box.
before the whole thing begins to levitate, and once it does, the whole thing turns around, and the spikes are the backside of this creature, and the front side looks a lot like that. I put a photo into story and stuff and everything.
What the?
Oh,
I
nice.
don't
Nice
like
reference.
it. I really don't like it.
Does anyone get the reference?
Oh, yeah.
I
Halo,
don't.
baby.
Yep, that's an engineer from Halo. It's just the easiest way for me to
Oh,
describe it
okay.
and
So
everything.
this isn't some space horror about to rape us.
No,
That's cool.
it's a but no, this thing ends up this thing kind of looks at you all, and the main the head, which is on a long flexible neck that is ends up looking at all of you, and it kind of looks in between everything.
Does it make
before
those same noises?
It talks through clicks.
I've been on the infosphere long enough to know where this is going. I bend over.
It talks. I bend up.
No.
You were. I like to
is it
imagine.
not that?
I like
Is it
to
not
imagine
that?
that Gunnar
Okay.
kind of like. I like to imagine that Gunnar kind of like elbows you like, no, stop it.
Is that not what
I'm
this
the
is,
one.
Gunnar?
I have tentacles. Like that's like racist, dude.
Is it?
I mean, a little.
It's
I mean,
at
some
least a
people are
little
like that.
xenophobic,
Yes.
Who says it's a bad thing?
especially for a rat.
Who says that me? You know what? I think we have our wires crossed here. It's not. let's pretend that I didn't have ideas. You know what? Let's just continue.
I will say, I do know
that
at least
thing
one
ends up
tentacle
looking
point.
at all of you. That thing ends up looking at all of you, and it
Gunnar,
Nothing.
send me a link later. We'll talk about it.
it looks at all of you, and it then looks at Thaddeus, and it kind of seems to recognize him, not in a scared way, but in kind of a hovering over to him sort of fashion. And and Thaddeus kind of smiles and pets the side of it reassuringly, and he
I lean
goes,
over to Gunnar and say, "That's a weird looking horse."
Oh, you two know each other. Okay.
It's like its code name is Black Cat. I don't know what its real name is. It doesn't talk.
That ain't no cat, but okay.
It doesn't name. I don't know why it's called that, but it's not really my. It's what all of the creature's previous owners called it, but it doesn't speak a language that I'm aware of. So we'll have
Wait.
to.
Is there a comprehend languages in this game?
There has to be, right?
Does
Well,
it speak computer?
Where are my fucking languages? I thought I had one that was really out there on purpose.
It might, but we'll have
Nope,
to
I
figure that.
don't.
All
Unless
right.
it speaks Yasaki, I got nothing.
Does
And
it speak Kikri?
It looks at you. He looks at you all, and he goes, "You're all wondering how we're gonna get down to the goddamn planet surface. Well, you're looking at it."
Oh, as soon as that thing popped out, I assumed that's what the deal was. That's great.
I
This
mean,
thing
Nice to
used
meet
to be-
you, and I try to shake his tentacle, like
And
gently.
and you know what? It reaches out and it takes it. It reaches out and it actively. This thing, Kokomo, you're able to tell that this thing is wildly smart. Even off of even seeing it for the first time.
So I get like a
you're-
little tingle in my hand, and it.
Yeah, tiny bit, but you're able to tell its level. You're able to tell that this thing is pretty fucking intelligent.
I pull out a French fry from my cheek pouch and offer it to him.
It like one of its tentacles kind of like sniffs it, like you can tell like it's kind of probing it a little bit, and it looks at you and it looks at the French fry. It looks at you and it takes the French fry and it kind of disappears. Like the tentacle shrinks back into its body, and when it comes back out, it disappears. It's not there anymore.
Excellent. This guy's got good taste. I trust him.
And Thaddeus looks at you all and he goes, "This is what's going to get us down to the surface. It used to be the native species on this planet, from what I've heard through the grapevine. But unfortunately, it was nearly hunted to extinction. It's
Okay,
able to.
I got a question. I got a quick question.
What?
So, it looks like that this is not an entirely bioorganic creature. I'm seeing bits that, from my knowledge, have to be like added on, like augmentations. Is that the deal here?
And he looks at it and he goes, "I'm not sure what the additions to its body were. You're right. That's not
I mean, the spikes, clearly.
Oh, no, I'm aware. This thing isn't exactly in its original state, and its arbor pieces may need to come off in the future, but for now, let's keep it on. Look, I'm not
Wait,
sure.
these things molt? You know what? Questions for later.
Questions for later, indeed. Look, I'm not saying that I know a lot about this creature, and in time we might be able to learn a little bit more, but this thing is going to be able to get us down to the surface of the planet. With enough energy and enough time and preparation, it will be able to project a completely psionic field that will block out all of the clouds. This is the only thing that can get through the Sky Sea. It's why it's so valuable to a lot of people. Unfortunately, its ability to push back clouds is attached to its emotional state. And it's why Briggsco has had a little bit of a hard time working with them.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay.
Understandable.
I mean,
But
it's
now-
supposed
It doesn't
to change
exactly
like
pay
you.
for therapy.
And he, at that moment, you guys immediately all of you kind of quickly crouch down or react in your own way as you hear noises coming from above you. the floor panels from the deck are now creaking, and you guys can tell that there are multiple people on the deck of this ship, and will more than likely be working their way down eventually. The creature itself, while not purposely finding anywhere to hide, all of its tentacles and its neck begins to kind of recede a little bit more, and you can definitely tell that it's afraid.
Does it make a balloon deflating noise?
No, it does not. It's
I
a lot
imagine
of.
it would start changing colors and stuff too.
It does. It sticks with its blue, but the blue becomes a lot darker rather than brighter. More of like an oceanic blue than a sky blue. And it's the skin that is exposed. The skin that is exposed does actually change colors in tandem. And Thaddeus ends up. And
I wanted to say, I look over at Thaddeus and I was like, "Hey, in the most respectful way possible, we got to get one of these boys into the lab because my goodness, there's a lot we could learn."
And he nods and everything. But you all realize that before that can happen, Jack, you definitely have some sort of fight ahead of you, which we are going to save for the next time. We are, but yeah, I don't look. I just know how long combat takes.
Fair.
And it is already 9:30. But that being said, yeah, I feel like we got a lot more done today and everything. This was a much more progressive session than when we had Stella's happen last week and everything. Not that it wasn't fun. Not that it wasn't fun.
I loved having a nice glass of cephalofroig with some fish.
Yeah.
Guess letters are a gift that keeps on giving.
Can I get an approximate number of boxes that are currently around us? Just for curiosity's sake here.
You guys have a boatload. There are a boatload of boxes around.
Oh,
like,
no.
Like all of the hallways and everything, and all. See, the thing is I want you to imagine, like, remove the boxes from this layer of the ship, and it's basically an empty room. There are. I don't think I properly described how there are hundreds of these crates in here, stacked up in random heights, and they are all. There's little alleyways to get in between them all, so that you can walk around and see which boxes are which. And there's one main hallway that kind of goes down the spine of the ship from one end to the other. But yeah, that is the layout of that ship, and we are going to get to that next time and everything. I will openly, before we all head out and everything, ask Max and Rob. You guys had talked with me about playing on Friday in a.
Wait, are we still on air?
Yes, we are, because.
Yeah, do you want me to sign off?
What? No,
we should like promote this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If anyone ends up listening,
this is it.
Or
this is it.
If anyone ends up listening,
if you like this
Friday,
show, you're gonna love Nivabar.
Yeah, if you like that, head on over to my channel, because on Friday, I believe it is November 12th. November. What God?
This Friday is the 13th.
No, it's the 13th.
It's Friday the 13th.
Oh, that's the perfect day.
On Friday the 13th, I will be running a one-off campaign with Max, Rob, and two other of my friends. Allison, who is already a part of my campaign on Mondays, and my friend Alex, who is newer to D&D. He's played with me in the past, but I have the objective of doing a bunch of one-offs and introducing a boatload of new people and new characters into my consistently running world. And it also allows people to burn through character ideas that may or may not work properly in a full campaign. But have fun.
Are you saying that my shit isn't going to work properly?
I am saying that you definitely pulled out all the fucking stops in figuring out the weirdest combination.
Thank you.
As did my friend Alex. And Max, every time he talks about it, worries me too.
Why would you even be worried about my my dear friend?
Why would I?
Can we actually drop our
but
character names, or should we just do that later?
we can do that later. Michael, Ben, both of you are invited if you would like to jump into that. Friday evening. If not, it is perfectly fine. It is in no way, shape, or form required.
5th edition level 4?
Fifth edition, 4th level character, any class, any race. I am leaving. My one-offs are going to be, and what I'd actually like to do, and this is actually I was talking with Allison about this, is the mentality behind it all is that I am looking to introduce a boatload of new characters and allow my world a bunch of world building to flesh out specific areas of the world. And that way, your characters, assuming they don't die in the middle of the campaign, which very well might happen, because with one-offs, rules go out the fucking window.
Brutal.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But
if
with,
it turns into a real campaign, it doesn't matter then.
Well, no, but what the thing is all of these are short stories that will last maybe 1 or 2 sessions, potentially 3, and then what we'll do is we'll build another one where I'll bring in some new people, and I'll keep everyone on a list if they would like to join in. And I would like to mix and match these adventuring parties, because adventurers don't always stick together, but it doesn't mean that they're opposed to working with people they've worked with before. And Allison has built her character off of a famous historical person in real life.
I noticed that. Yeah.
He is Frederick Wilhelm.
Oh my God! Yes.
The guy who he was gay as hell, and as the quote goes in history, the most beautiful of women does nothing for me, but tall soldiers, they are my weakness. This man was gay as hell and short as fuck. He was a short lad who had money. He knew what he wanted.
And he was fucking king of Prussia.
He was king of Prussia. But regardless, and so she wanted to make him into an actual D&D character, and I would love to be able to ask his ghost what he feels about that.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, no kidding. Overall, though, I want you were all invited. Jack, you said that you were going to be busy, or that you're just too
I was giving other people the chance to play,
and that's fair. In the future, Jack, I would love for you to join my one-offs and kind of go through a bullshit character. But for now, I completely understand.
I am also busy and trying to get a job.
Yep, probably in December we'll start the brand new one. But I have a boatload of one-off campaign ideas. I won't. This one is not an Uncle Giggles campaign. This one actually has to do with a specific part of my world that I've been meaning to flesh out for a while now.
Of his world.
If you ever want to step away from your world, or maybe just include that thing I sent you in your world, the Mirror of the Dead Men, I would love to see you run it. I would love to see you just run that.
Sure. I will go into that chat and I will read through it and figure. I mean, I'll go into what you sent me, and I will definitely. I am happy to run anything as long as I have enough time to prep. This one I've been working with.
Basically, like 6 or 7 modules, so it's a campaign, really.
Yeah,
but it's amazing.
Well, then, I'll read into it, and who knows? We might run it with this one. We might run it with this. If we run it with this group and you're in it, I may have to change up a few things to keep it interesting.
I can also. I'm really good at not meta gaming. So
that's true.
I've played it before, and I'm DMing it now, and it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but regardless, if anyone is listening to this and they are, if anyone is listening to this and you are listening before Friday the 13th of November 2020, feel free to join in on my Twitch page, twitch.tv/Nivebar, Nivebar. You will see a link to that relatively soon on the page. But Rob also has me as a recommended channel on his page as well. So if you just scroll down in the description page, you will find me there. And I am looking forward to that, and everyone else. Unless anyone else has any other things to say, I feel like tonight.
Want to do just plugs?
Yeah, sure. Everyone, go ahead and plug yourselves.
Rob,
Jack?
please make sure to add Starwolf in some form to the thumbnail,
Yes.
please.
Okay, I'll add Captain Dadius.
All right.
You don't
there
have
we
to
go.
have the same photo. I gave you plenty to choose from, preferably a shirtless one. Thank you.
Good God.
And with that,
You heard me.
Max, would you like to promote yourself?
Absolutely. All that I want you to see is on Twitter. You can find me at Max Get My Coat. No changes in anything. Just Max Get My Coat.
Like that.
Max Get My Coat, and he's look at that. Rob's being a great host of our Twitter page, and he's going of our Twitch page. He's going there, and I'm assuming why is it Buster praying in the street?
Because I needed something.
Why?
I literally spent like 10 minutes editing Arthur out of that shot.
You definitely did pick something, didn't you? All right. So that being said,
Wait, me.
Yes. Yeah, no, I was gonna say, Jack, go ahead.
Hi, you can follow me on Twitter at Jack Sassypants. I need to change my name from I'm no longer spooky.
Hooky spooky.
You should visit that page for no reason. It's not like it's not like I just tweeted.
You can also feel free in the future, Jack, to post things into the chat box of the that image, that background image.
I forget which one it is. Hold on.
It's fuck you, Alex. Lol is what. Is that it? That's the whole thing? All right, got it.
Is that
Now,
recent?
one
Did you
you
see
see
that's recent?
He just
That
tweeted
is-
that.
Yes.
It says 40 seconds.
I love
Binge.
binge cookies.
Binge cookies.
And then the tweet immediately below it, hungry dear Gib food. Thank you, dear ebooks.
All right. Well, regardless,
Trans rights, baby. Follow
Yeah.
for gay
Right.
shit.
Donkey Kong says trans rights.
Donkey Kong is trans.
Trans.
But no. That being said, Michael, Ben, would you like to plug anything?
I got nothing
Yeah,
to promote
no.
here, but
Okay. Well, regardless of you not having any social media to plug, we appreciate both of you being here.
Yay.
and I got my games, but like I don't
Yeah.
really do anything
That's fair.
active with them, so maybe that'll change. I don't know.
Yeah. And like I said, Michael, if you wanted to join on Friday, feel free.
I've got ideas.
Okay, cool.
I'll let you know them.
I will repost. Well, then then we'll talk about it after the stream and everything. Rob,
I'm
if you'd
so
like
excited.
to help out.
I literally cannot wait for everyone to meet my character because
No,
I need
I-
to see if they roll high enough to know what the fuck I even am.
But yeah, Rob, play us out.
All right. Bye, everybody. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Sorry.
Time.
And they're deafened. Okay, let me switch it on the stream. And here we are. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed playing. I hope you enjoy it more then. And we will see you next time when all the fighting starts between a captain, a space alien, and whatever other weird shit we can conjure. I love it. I'm that Nimrod. You're not. This has been another session of ZETA'S Angels. So long, and thanks for all the fish.
愛してたと嘆くにはあまりにも時は過ぎてしまった まだ心のほころびを癒せぬまま風が吹いてる一つの目で明日を見て一つの目で昨日を見つめてる君の愛のゆりかごでもう一度安らかに眠れたら乾いた瞳で誰か泣いてくれ The real folk blues 本当の悲しみ